had everything: the fame, the fortune, the face that sold out theaters. And yet, on one December afternoon in Beverly Hills, Winona Ryder walked into a luxury store and walked out in handcuffs. Why would one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses risk it all for a handbag? But before we begin, if you're a fan of celebrity news, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We bring you the real stories behind the headlines, the ones the tabloids forget, but history remembers. On December 12, 2001, security cameras inside Saks Fifth Avenue captured something no one could believe. Ryder, then 30 years old, an Oscar-nominated star, browsing racks of designer clothing. What looked like casual shopping was anything but. In her oversized purse, she began stashing merchandise, handbags, clothing, accessories, price tags still attached. By the time she left the store, the total was over $5,500 worth of goods. Security stopped her, police were called, and in minutes, her career took a hit that would take years to recover from. Here's the question we'll answer by the end of this video. Was this the act of a kleptomaniac or a cry for help? Stay with me, because the truth is stranger than the headlines. The arrest made instant headlines, sparking a frenzy outside the store. Reporters swarmed the sidewalk, cameras flashing as police escorted Ryder into custody. Each stolen piece was logged, a total value far above California's felony threshold. In the court of public opinion, the verdict was already forming. But the real question loomed. Was this a calculated theft or the unraveling of a Hollywood icon? In the late 80s and 90s, Winona Ryder wasn't just an actress, she was the actress. Beetlejuice, Heathers, Edward Scissorhands, Girl, Interrupted. Her resume was a love letter to Hollywood's golden era of quirky, intelligent stars. Critics adored her. Directors fought to cast her, and she was one of the youngest actresses ever nominated for 2 Oscars before turning 30. But fame is a fragile thing. Off-screen, Ryder was battling anxiety, depression, and intense pressure from the media. Friends would later claim she was over-medicated, exhausted, and increasingly disconnected from reality. That winter day in 2001, Beverly Hills police didn't just arrest an actress. They arrested an icon, one who had been followed by security for nearly 2 hours before making her move. At the station, Ryder was polite, even calm, but the press? Merciless. Headlines screamed, "Hollywood princess turns thief." Late-night hosts mocked her, and in an instant, the carefully constructed image of a sophisticated, mysterious leading lady was replaced with the mugshot of a criminal. Quick question for you. Do you think celebrities should face harsher punishment because of their influence, or should they be treated just like everyone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them. In that single afternoon, her career trajectory shifted from unstoppable to uncertain. Hollywood's golden girl had become tabloid gold, a story too irresistible for the press to let go. Studios that once chased her now hesitated, worried that her scandal would overshadow any role she played. And for the public, the shock wasn't just in the crime, but in the fall itself. Watching someone who once seemed untouchable become living proof that fame offers no armor when the world decides to turn on you. Her trial in 2002 became one of the most watched celebrity cases of the decade. Prosecutors argued it wasn't an accident. They had video footage, store security testimony, and the sheer amount of stolen goods as proof. Ryder's defense claimed she was preparing for a film role, that she was researching for a character, but the jury didn't buy it. She was convicted of grand theft, shoplifting, and vandalism, the last charge for cutting security tags off merchandise. Her punishment: 3 years of probation, 480 hours of community service, $3,700 in fines, and an order to undergo psychological and drug counseling. The public's reaction was split. Some saw her as a spoiled celebrity who thought she was untouchable. Others believed it was a sign of deeper mental health struggles. And here's the dramatic irony: Ryder didn't serve a single day in jail. But her career, that went into lockdown. In Hollywood, being difficult is forgivable. Being unprofitable is not. For years, roles disappeared. She was blacklisted from major studio films. Halfway through this video, I'll ask you this. Which celebrity do you think we should cover next on the Celebrity Crime Channel? Tell us in the comments. Your pick might just be our next deep dive. During sentencing, legal analysts noted how rare it was for a celebrity case to draw this much national coverage without a prison sentence. For some, it proved that fame still shielded Hollywood's elite. For others, it was proof the justice system weighed rehabilitation over spectacle. Outside the courthouse, fans held signs of support, while critics demanded harsher penalties. Whether you saw it as leniency or fairness, one fact was undeniable: her reputation had already paid the steepest price. It would take over a decade for Winona Ryder to stage a true comeback. But in 2016, Netflix's Stranger Things changed everything. The world remembered why they loved her: the vulnerability, the intensity, the effortless talent. In rare interviews, Ryder has addressed the scandal carefully, never outright denying it happened, but framing it as a turning point. She spoke of burnout, of reaching a breaking point, and of learning to live away from the spotlight. And here's the truth that makes this story unforgettable. Sometimes the most self-destructive acts aren't about the crime itself, but about screaming for help in a way that can't be ignored. For fans, the lesson is sobering. Talent and success don't make you immune to mistakes. For Ryder, it was proof that redemption isn't about erasing the past, but surviving it. By the time she reappeared on screen, a new generation barely knew her name, and those who did remembered the mugshot first. Stranger Things didn't just revive her career, it reframed her in the public eye. She was no longer the fallen starlet of 2001, but a survivor who had weathered the storm and returned stronger. The crime may have defined her for a moment, but the comeback defined her legacy. And for many fans, that's the real Hollywood ending worth remembering. And now, I want to know from you. Do you think Winona Ryder deserved a second chance in Hollywood? Or should her crime have ended her career forever? Let's talk in the comments. This isn't just scandal, it's a mirror. If this made you reflect, subscribe for weekly videos, turning pop culture scandals and even crimes into real-life strategies for individuals, professionals, and entrepreneurs.